Hi there ladies, my name is Lauren. It's very nice to see you again. I know it's been a long time. I haven't made a video in a really long while, it seems. But I'd like to come back and really show you where my headspace is now, and I'll give you a couple of pictures to kind of show you some of the growth transition I've had over the last year. Wow, it's been a year already. It's actually been a year and like 3 months since I did my big chop, and it's been a crazy wild ride. As you can see, I'm in some twists, and no, my hair has not grown so luxurious overnight. Right now it's probably about that long in the front, and it's hitting right about there in the back. So I've had some pretty extensive growth. As you may or may not know, if you look back at some of my older videos, you'll get a chance to see my hair is about 1 inch long. When I cut it all off, I decided to do that big chop. It is a very big step, and we'll kind of get into it a little bit here because I kind of want to talk about all the things that I've really missed out on telling you about as I've grown through this last year throughout my hair journey and my life journey. And let's kind of start off with the love, right? Some of you may or may not know that about 2 years ago, right before I started this channel, actually, I was about 278. I was really overweight, and my hair was also really bad, and I had lost maybe 20 or 30 pounds. And I was kind of at like that 250 range in a new relationship, and I really wasn't liking anything about my hair, about my body, and I was able to find out about organic foods, and I was able to reach some women on YouTube through this wonderful platform we have here, and just learn about myself, learn about my hair, learn about taking care of it, and that's really what's important here. I see a lot of women on YouTube, and they talk about, you know, straightening their hair and chemicals in their hair, and I say, you know, do what is best for you, not what is best for the way you look, the way you, and maybe it is about doing what's best for the way that you look. I could be completely wrong, but I think that you should follow your heart, and wherever that leads you is probably the best for you. But you also need to look at what's going on with your hair. If you're having a problem, like I remember when I would straighten my hair and also be perming or straightening it chemically, that I would not be able to do much else with it but put it in a ponytail because it just didn't look very good. That's all I could do. There was nothing else that really worked. I mean, I would do maybe like a bob kind of bump under, maybe, but it was really lifeless and dull and flat and thin, and I really didn't like it, so I just rocked the ponytail. And I'm sure many of you have gone through that, where you can't do anything with your hair but put it in a ponytail, which is not fun. You can't wear it down, you can't wear it in like some really nice flowy curly style without adding extensions, and not everybody wants to do that. I mean, I learned how to do that during that time. I was able to put 1 track in, 2 tracks in, and kind of make myself look the way I thought I should be looking, as best as I could. So after losing all of that weight and really thinking about my hair and getting really in touch with my hair and my body, I learned that I was a product junkie, meaning I was buying all these different products for my hair, trying to make it grow because I was thinking too much. I wasn't really in touch. Like, I thought I was in touch with myself, with my inner person, right? That wanted to have this long flowing hair and wanted to be this skinny mini and wanted to be all these things, but wasn't really in touch with why I wasn't those things at that time. And so I got into studying. I studied. What kind of hair do I have? What is the best conditioner? What's the best natural conditioner? How does the hair receive conditioning? How does the hair work? How does the body work? How can I put things in my mouth that make my hair grow better? Like, I was literally looking and searching through all of these cavities and caverns of the internet, trying to find it out. And I found it out for me. And I've helped my mom and I've helped other women really get the most out of their body, the most out of their hair, the most out of their physical being, by realizing that you have to go back to the basics, the bases, and you have to think everything out before you do it. And that starts with loving yourself 100%. There's another channel on YouTube, Infinite Waters, diving deep. And he talks about loving yourself 100%. And he says, can I get a hello there? Right? Love yourself 100%. That's a real tough one, because that means you have to consider everything that affects your body as a priority. We make a ton of decisions every single day. We make decisions about what we're going to eat for breakfast, where we're going to go, are we going to turn left, are we going to turn right, are we going to wait for the clear path, or are we going to merge ourselves into busy traffic? Every decision that we make is just building upon itself. And when it comes down to eating, you just want to grab something that's easy because you don't want to think about it and throw it in your mouth. But what we eat affects how we look on the outside, right? It affects how much we weigh. It affects how our hair grows. It affects the strength of the hair that's growing, the porosity of the hair that's growing. Like, all of the things that we put inside of our body are affecting the way that our hair grows. And our hair is dead. It is an expression of all the things that we've put into our body. So if your hair is looking really rich and vital, then you've been putting a lot of good things into your hair, into your body, that are expressing themselves through your hair. So you have to take responsibility for the state of your hair. You have to really address what you're putting into your body, that you're expressing through your hair. All these things are very important to consider, and to know that when you put the best thing in your body, you've just given yourself a little bit of love. So congratulations, 2 claps and a Ric Flair, woo, for you, because you have given yourself love. That's what we need. We need to be showing ourselves love at every turn. So what I do is I follow a few simple rules that keep my hair looking good, that keep my body looking good, that keep myself feeling good. Because when you look good, you feel good. All I do is, when it comes to putting on my hair, I keep it very simple. I keep the ingredients very natural, very organic, and I make them myself. I will be doing a couple of videos coming soon showing you how I make my lotions for my skin, showing you how I make my lotions for my hair, showing you how I make my hair conditioner, showing you how I do everything that I do to have the effects of my hair really grow, and see the growth, and I see the healthiness of my hair, I feel the healthiness of my hair, and people who aren't into hair notice the healthiness of my hair. They notice the healthiness of my skin, and they want to know why, which is why I'm getting back here on YouTube to tell you how I get myself looking how I look, And no, ladies, no makeup. This is just the way it looks. You know, no special creams in my hair. Just a little bit of Marley hair, a little water, a little oil, and I'm good. A little bit of butter and my hair lotion, and it's all butter, baby. It keeps everything just feeling good. I'll be telling you in some videos shortly how my mom, who has thinner hair, has been able to grow her hair back even in her balding areas. I'm going to show you how you can utilize protective styling to strengthen your hair over time. I can show you how you can use wigs to greenhouse for days on end and really get your hair into a position where it can withstand all of the toxins and poisons going on in our world. Sometimes we've got bad air, sometimes we've got, you know, chemicals flying around in the air, sometimes we have smog, and all of those things, even excessive UV rays can damage our skin and our hair and make it really difficult for us to prosper in any given environment. So we really want to focus on where we're getting our food from, going organic as best and as many times as possible. Even doctors are beginning to kind of get into this. My mom's doctor is telling her, you know, every day, hey, you got to get on the organic. You know, my doctor's telling me every day, and we're with Kaiser, and they're telling me, man, you got to get on the organic. Because just having vegetables, just having fruits, it's just not enough. You gotta have that grass-fed. You gotta have those pastured grass-fed eggs. You know, you gotta have that stuff if you want your hair to be rich. And let me tell you, it costs a lot, but when you consider what you're also gonna be downsizing on, you're gonna make that money up. Because now I'm gonna be showing you how to make some lotions and potions, and it's gonna cost you a little money, you know? But you're also going to eliminate 15 products that were doing damage. So you're really saving. You just have to consider that, and you have to get out of those old patterns of what you were eating, where you're buying your foods from, what you're putting in your hair. So let me just show you what I use. Now this is my little spray bottle. I got it at the Dollar Tree. I would recommend glass spray bottles. Plastic tends to leach, so I just haven't ordered them yet. It's something I haven't thought about. I have a lot of things going on. I've got 2 little munchkins running around somewhere, and I've got a man to take care of as well. I've got work and all these other things that I like to do. So glass bottles, I would always suggest glass bottles because they don't leach. So I got this little bottle at the dollar store. So if you really don't care about leaching, or you're just trying to make sure that you have it now and you want to worry about the other stuff later, you just want to get into it, which is pretty much why I've chosen to use a plastic bottle. What I do is I use a spring distilled, bottled water, basically, whatever you like to use. I don't necessarily recommend using something that has high alkalinity, because those high levels of alkalinity tend to make everything kind of spoil and fog. So I would use just a natural spring water. That would probably do you a lot better than using something with high alkalinity, rather than something with high alkalinity. So that's going to be like a pH of like 7 or higher. You probably don't want to use anything with a pH of 7 or higher. You just want to kind of keep it at like anything that's kind of a natural crystallized water, just for its longevity. If you don't care, use that high alkalinity water. Figure out what's going on with your hair. If your hair likes something that's got a higher level of alkalinity, then I would go with it. If your hair doesn't, I wouldn't. So you have to learn. It's all up to you. What I do is I put about a tablespoon of 2 different essential oils. This also works really well. It's making your clothes and your fabrics smell really awesome. I would also add a little bit of vitamin E oil. And if you do add the vitamin E, I would no longer use it to freshen your house. Just FYI. But those two oils, then you give it a little shake. It'll get a little cloudy because oil and water do not necessarily mix unless you do this. And then you go ahead and spray that throughout your hair. And you can seal that if you'd like, but obviously oil and water seal itself. So it's self-sealing. It's a very good, moisture giver, as well as a conditioner. It's super simple. That's basically when you buy a conditioner from the store. If you look into it, most of what it is oil and water. And then they use some sort of thickening agent which kind of binds it together and allows the oil and water to stay together so you can put it on your hair. So basically, oil and water is what moisturizes your hair. Don't be afraid of water, especially when you're in protective styles. Don't be afraid of it. In fact, if you're wearing wigs, I would suggest going greenhouse underneath your wig all day long. That's going to give your hair this ability to just kind of soak in moisture, get juicy, get the nutrients that it needs, sit in it, and it allows your hair to grow a little bit faster because you're not really doing much to it. It allows the hairs that want to fall out, they fall out. As you know, you lose about like 100 strands a day. So those ones that are going to fall out are going to fall out, and you're just going to kind of let them marinate in there. Do some finger detangling once or twice a week. Rinse that out once or twice a week, and your hair you'll see tremendous growth in that time. So that's all for now.